Bonjour, y'all. Today we're going to do a short yoga flow that focuses on being flexible. Let's jump right in. So we're going to start standing nice and tall. We're going to focus on finding the breath. Notice how it feels as it moves through your body. On your inhales, belly's going to expand. Exhale, belly contracts. On your next inhale, we're going to take our arms up overhead. Exhale, hinging at the hips into a forward fold, and we're going to step into a high plank. Just a breath here. Hips go up and back for a downward facing dog, and you can pedal your feet out. Next, inhale, we're taking our right leg up and pulling through. And we're stepping into a high lunge. All right, so you're planted firmly on your front foot. Heel is up on the back. We're going to hold this for about 30 seconds. We're going to straighten that front leg, hinging at the hips, forward folding over the front leg into a pyramid, and we're going to hold this, continuing to breathe. We're going to bring the other foot to meet the right into your forward fold. Plant the hands on the floor, stepping back into a high plank. Hips go up and back to a downward dog. Now we're going to repeat that sequence on the other side. Left foot comes up, pulling through, and standing into your high lunge. Finding your balance, using your breath. You're sinking your hips down in this. Straighten the front leg, hinge at the hips, forward fold over the left leg. And we're going to bring the right foot up to meet the left. Sink the hips down into a chair position. Hands come to heart center. This is almost like you're going to sit in a chair. And we're going to take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And back to heart center. The right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Continuing to breathe through all of these moves. And back to center. We're going to take our hands to the floor, walk the feet out to about hip distance. We're going to sink our tailbone towards the floor, using our elbows to push into our knees, hands at heart center. The closer you can get your heels to the floor, the better the stretch works for you. If you can't, that is okay. Do not force it. Taking our hands to the floor, we're going to raise our hips and take our feet out wide. You can just heel toe them into a wide leg forward fold. Hands are on the floor. And then we're going to open up to the right. So left hand stays on the floor, right hand comes up to the ceiling. Right hand back on the floor, left hand goes up to the ceiling. Continuing to breathe. Taking the left hand back down. We're going to step into a high plank from here. And we're going to gently lower the bottom half of our body down to the floor. Wrists are under your shoulders. Pulling out from the shoulders. You don't want to sink into it. Now we're going to make our way to a seated position. We're going to take our right leg into the body. Left leg is out long. And it's out at the side. We don't want it straight ahead. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take our right arm up and side stretch over. Now, if you have a lot of chest flexibility, sometimes you can come over and grab that foot, but you have to be careful not to let the ribs collapse. Coming up, switching sides. Sitting up tall, stretching over. Coming back up, we're going to take both legs long. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale. And on your exhale, hinge at the hips into a seated forward fold. If you can, grab your feet. If not, just wherever you're at is fine. We don't want to overstretch and injure ourselves. One more big breath. And release the pose. And we're going to make our way flat onto our backs for Shavasana. So we're going to make sure we're nice and comfortable. Get all your wiggles out. And just relax. Eyes are closed. And we want to simply focus on our breath. If you hear any noises outside, just let it happen. We simply want to be internal at this moment, thinking of how we just perform these stretches in a capable body, feeling the breath move in and out. Shavasana. Slowly start to bring awareness back into the body. Gentle movements, starting with the fingers and the toes, the wrists, and the ankles. Increasing the movement. We're going to take the arms overhead and a big good morning stretch. And when you're ready, we're going to make our way back up to a seated position. Eyes remain closed. And we're going to take our hands to heart center. Still focusing on the breath. And just a reminder that you are powerful. You are special. You are loved. You are worthy. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. And I hope you come back for more. And gently bow. Namaste. Thank you for sharing that practice with me. Again, this was specifically for flexibility, but understand that one session of yoga does not make you flexible. It is a practice. It's something that you need to do daily if possible, but definitely several times a week to gain flexibility. And don't ever look at someone else and think that you're not good enough because you're not the same flexibility that they are. Our bodies are different. Look at what feels good for you. Make sure you're not getting injured in the process. If a stretch hurts, don't do it or back out of it. Always be safe with these stretches. So I hope you like what you've seen and I hope you've learned something. Make sure you like the channel, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time on Wellness for Everybody.